Welcome to the beautiful city of Athens, the gateway to the Tennessee Valley, a city rooted in deep community relationships and built on a rich tradition of small local business and the very best of the human spirit. As Athens embraces the future, the signs of progress are in full bloom. Join us as we discover the bright spots in this charming southern city that we call home. This is Hometown Heartbeat, Athens. What's going on, everybody? It's zoomed in a little tight. How's everybody doing today? Today is Hometown Heartbeat. I'm just going to scoot over. Hometown Heartbeat episode number 1682. There we go. It feels like it anyways. We've been here forever, fighting the pandemic, and kind of just move it just a hair towards Leah. Oh, other way, or I'm sorry, towards me. Hey, there it is. That'll work just fine. I hope we're in focus. As always, we look great. Leah's here. That helps. Connor checking in today. Connor, my friend, how are you, buddy?
Hello. Doing good to throw this show together at the last minute, but we got it.
Well, I mean, we were here awful early. I mean, what happens is, see, and then your phone goes off. Just like that. Let's see who it is. We can answer it on the air. It's my mom. Oh, I don't have Bluetooth turned on, or I would. Hey, Mom, you're on the live show. How's it going? Hello, Mom? Mom, you're on the live show. You're on the live show. Say hello to everyone.
No, I'm not. Hello.
I promise you're on the live show. Is there anything you needed publicly, or did you want me to call you back afterwards?
No. If you could just call me afterwards and enjoy your show.
Will do. Love you, Mom. Thanks.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
I love doing that to people. I did that to Keith last week, and Keith just embraced it. I mean, he just jumped in. He gave us some monster quotes. Didn't he, Connor? So anyways, we have Leah Carter on the show with us today. Leah is our lead designer at Cotton Row Interiors. She is Cotton Row Interiors, if we're being honest. And so we wanted to talk through a couple of the projects. That's loud. It's Monday. Can you tell? We wanted
screaming in my ear right now.
What's screaming? Yeah, I am.
Screaming.
Let's see here. Let's see. Wait a minute. I have you on the wrong one. That's why.
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah, that's why. I like mine real loud. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I was like, man, why does she want it adjusted down? It's already turned down quite a bit. So I'm probably blasting everybody because I was listening to it. Anyways, your ears are good?
Normal. That's normal.
Good now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
She's making fun of me that I talk loud. I don't understand. Yep. I don't think I talk that loud. But
yeah, so much better. It's perfect.
Okay, good. All right. Well, now that it's perfect and Leah is hearing approved, we can move forward. So we wanted to jump into some of the projects that we've finished. We have a bunch of recent projects that we finished. We want to talk about design elements, like what is on trend, what is not. I mean, this is something that I did until she came along, and thank the Lord she came along, and that's a fun story in and of itself. Maybe we'll tell that story.
Yeah, how'd you tell that story?
Because we were sitting in church one Sunday morning, and she was like, I think I'm going to get my real estate license. And I was like, well, I know a guy. It'd be awesome. We should do that. And it went on for a month or so, and then it went on, and no real estate license. I kept giving her a hard time, and I finally was like, hey, do you do design and stuff? And she's like, well, I mean, I do at my house. And I was like, cool, here's a credit card. Do you want to stage a house for us, and we'll just see how it goes? And she was like, okay. And here we are 6 months later, and it's been a heck of a journey. It never is boring around here.
No.
The Chief Chaos Officer, it may be the truest job title that has ever existed. Keith always says, you can't make money in chaos. Don't say that. I'm like, well, it's true. I
mean,
you got to call it like you see it. So anyways, that's kind of how Leah came to join our team here, and is not just a part of our team, is actually part of our family. We love what she does and how well she does it here. We are excited. We've just finished up a couple of jobs. We put a house under contract in like 24 hours. That was that over on Market Street. That was great. Mm-hmm. And we just have we had a client job just kind of finish up. We got a couple other things we got a mantle to go in over there. That's sitting in the shop. It lacks a couple lag bolts. We got barn doors in the shop. So just finishing up. We wanted to get it done for his daughter's birthday. Yes. So we kind of held up for a second.
Yes. And some store closings. kind of.
Well, you know, the old
Kinda messed up a
coronavirus will
little.
jump in there and wear you out in a heartbeat if you're not careful. By the way, I just saw seniors will graduate this year. They're going to do their commencement exercises as previously scheduled. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah,
I
Athens
did
City
not.
Schools.
Really?
Connor, did you see that?
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
That's
so
exciting.
seniors should be able to do their commencement as normal and
No way.
walk across the stage. I'll try to, Connor, see if you can find that announcement. I saw it on
exciting.
Facebook, but that should alleviate a lot of the seniors' concerns and issues. Noah Brazelton joining. How are you, Noah? Good to see you, buddy. But no, so let's jump into some of these houses here after Connor's digging through. Here we go. He's ready. We're gonna hit a video first, and so. Leah, the video will be right up there. So that's
All
where
right.
we'll watch it.
What
And
we're looking at.
then we'll kind of comment through it. And you might pull the audio down in the video, Connor, when you do that. So we can kind of talk through the house. So we'll start with, let's start with Wellington, because that's the one with the before and after. So this is an older property that we did, but we're just going to kind of talk through the design elements and the pieces. This was Leah's first. This was actually the house where I handed you the credit card and said, have fun.
Yes.
So go ahead and play that video, and let's just kind of talk through this. So this house was, it was dated, obviously, had a lot of issues just with time, but it was a beautiful house, great bones. We had an opportunity to get in there with a little bit different strategy, but you see the accents there, the backsplash. That was one of the more hotly debated pieces, design elements of that home was that backsplash. I think it turned out great. I personally thought we should have kept the crazy wallpaper. But I got
Actually,
vetoed.
Speaking of hot trends.
Yeah, wallpaper's back with a
It is
vengeance.
so bad.
Now that particular wallpaper, the bright yellow,
Maybe
probably
not.
not so much.
Yeah.
Here's if we get a good shot of the ceiling here, which we didn't. So in that room there, we did a coffered ceiling, but we did it very differently. We did it with shiplap as opposed to beams.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it was really kind of cool. So this is just kind of walking you through the before and after and kind of what we do at Cotton Row. And so, you know, the pieces here that are important to talk about are really kind of how I wanted to build this episode, Leah. It was like the people are coming. We're coming to the spring, summer. You've been quarantined in your house for the last 17 years, it feels like.
Yes. With
Especially if you have
17
kids.
children. 17.
Leah has a basketball team worth, and so they've been over there running zone coverage, her and Sean.
Total anarchy, though.
Seems like it.
Complete. Yeah.
I've got a 4-year-old, but my wife and I were both quote unquote essential the whole time. And so nothing really changed for us except for like daycare shut down. And so then it was just, how do we find childcare for this little devil monster? No, I'm just kidding. I love my son. He's
so
great.
Cute. He's a cutie.
But really what I wanted to do is kind of dive into some of the different things you saw there and kind of what can you do this spring to kind of like a DIY small price, you know, kind of just spruce up the house. And so out of that video you just saw, obviously that house was gutted and tore down to the studs. Not a lot of that you can do just short term, but
Lots of little things.
little things.
Lots and lots. And we actually are currently doing that at our house. My husband's so excited.
I know. I saw him at
So
Lowe's.
excited.
I saw you guys shopping at Lowe's. He was fired up. Seemed like he couldn't even contain his excitement.
And he's only had to go back like 26 times. But you can do a lot with paint, new hardware, a new mirror. Like, for instance, our kids' bathroom, we took out the big, ugly, standard, ginormous mirror and put just a really pretty gold, you know,
Circle or something?
yes,
Yeah.
a round mirror. We changed out the hardware. He is painting the cabinet.
Sean is?
He is.
I'm sure he's fired
He
up
is.
about that.
He loves it. It's actually going well. He's
Sean, buddy, I'm praying for you.
It is. He's doing really well. We're using Vaspar, some kind of self-leveling paint for cabinet doors. It's pretty incredible. I highly recommend that. So things like that. I mean, it
By
looks
the way,
like
this is not a sponsored segment by
It is-
Valspar, in case you were curious. But
It's
continue.
not. But I wish I had those pictures. I'll have to share them maybe on the Cotton Row Interiors page. But the before and after of the bathroom, just a quick, easy. I'm pretty certain we did not spend. We maybe spent $75 at most, if even that. Looks like a new bathroom. Light fixture makes a huge difference, and faucet.
Light fixtures, faucets, and hardware are
Yes.
places where I would start if I was you.
Absolutely. Yeah,
You
the
can
cabinet
completely
is-
change. Painting your cabinetry is a tall task. Painting cabinetry is oh my goodness. My goodness.
Is he on here?
For those of you that are watching, Leah Carter, who is now commenting on the stream, she does not have anything in front of her. For the record, no computer, no tablet, no phone. So the comments that are coming in from Leah are either Leah is really talented or they're Sean. And so Sean says it's horrible.
Sean.
Painting that is horrible. Sean, I couldn't agree more, buddy. That's we have some guys that'll come over and paint for you. We'll give you a heck of a deal.
Hey,
heck of a deal.
But he's doing a great job.
Listen to that. You married such an encouraging woman, Sean.
He's doing a fantastic job. And I mean, like those 3 little doors, those 4 doors. He's been just so.
Well, he is a he's a detail-oriented person.
I'm like
to the nth degree.
Yes.
Like to the annoying-ish level.
Yes, where I finally
said, you and I are very, very much like, we're very much just like big picture, just
yes.
Sean's like
yes, and I said, you're done. You're done. It looks so good. You're so done. But he's done.
Folks, in case you're curious, there could be a reality show in the Carter house, and it would be I mean, it would be very highly viewed, highly rated. Probably would not be fun for them, but it would be a blast for all of us.
Yes.
Because it's just anarchy is I think the word she used.
Yes. 3 teenage girls, 11-year-old boy, 2 dogs, husband. It's fun.
That sounds
it's exciting always.
That sounds well, never mind. So anyways, back to what can you do to refresh? Pull the pictures up that I sent you. There we go. So here's a before and after on our client job that we just finished. And so here's where tile is something you can do on your own. Tile is a DIY, no problem. It's not a difficult process. If you don't know how to do it, YouTube does a really good job of teaching you how to tile. And so this is where we took that big, like she said, the big plate glass mirror, took it down and tiled. Now, obviously, mirrors have since gone back into that gap.
Yes.
But it's something where that was a granite. Those are the same cabinets with a coat of paint. And Sean will provide his phone number for you. He will make himself available to be hired out to paint. I'm kidding, Sean. I would never do that to you. But that's something you do on your own. You paint those cabinets. You throw some tile up, and then again, new hardware. New fixtures. I'm trying to do the math in my head, but that's a $2,500, $3,500 overhaul right there, and that's a huge difference in the house. And so,
and the new countertop got a gorgeous remnant from Surface World.
Yep,
we love them.
You can go ahead and go to the next picture of the bathroom. Or there's a kitchen. No, that's fine. You can go to the kitchen. That's fine. So here is the kitchen in that same house. And so now, obviously, this is a complete overhaul, right? This is a new flooring, new countertops, new backsplash, new light fixtures. Everything. So a lot of money spent on this job. But if you want to isolate and say, okay, I want to spruce my house up. I'm tired of being quarantined in this house that I said I was going to fix. I said I was going to do this 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 12 months ago. That there is paint on that. That's the same island. With a different stone. Okay, so paint, hardware, backsplash, fixtures.
Yes.
And so if you see a recurring theme here, it's all about the paint, the backsplash, the fixtures. Backsplash is not that hard. If you're a DIY kind of a person, it's really not that hard. If you are not a DIY person and you want a great company to come in and give you a quote on that, certainly we would be happy to come and quote that for you, or Leah would be more than happy to talk you through the different options. We're doing some virtual consulting right now. How you have your first virtual client, I think we were talking about?
I do.
How's that going?
I do. It's going really well.
Is that odd at all? Like, I'm just curious to like.
No, I mean, a lot of it is sending pictures back and forth, a lot, things like that, looking at her Pinterest board, sharing the things, kind of just taking the things that she loves. Her board had, 300 pictures and just kind of breaking it down into, okay, I see the theme here. This is what you love. And so we're going to focus in on that. And
that's so key. We're doing a flip for Mary and Malin right now. Malin with Hootenanny Barbecue, by the way, first sponsor of the show. We're working on a little ad for him. But Mary and Malin, that's what we were talking through. We did their consult the other day, and it was like, I don't need to know every little thing that you want. I need to know a vibe. Like as designers, like we're just going to get in there. We're going to understand there are segments of design. There's Art Deco, there's modern, there's contemporary. There's so many areas where you kind of get a vibe for somebody, and then you don't need them to tell you every little thing that they do. Like you just need a direction, and then off you go. Right. And so that's where
that's what was nice about the big kitchen, and well, it was an entire house remodel, but the pictures you saw of the kitchen, I sent him some, okay, here's some ideas, here's some different looks, what do you love? And from there I was able to do it all, and for the most part he wanted me to make the choices, and he's just been a dream client. But yeah, it just made it so easy. It's like, I just need to know what you love, or the kind of general vibe, or the general
what direction are we going. I know how to drive this train. I just need to know where we're headed, Yes. And so
even if it's eclectic, that's okay too.
Well, and we always throw a little bit of that's because that's our taste, and that's kind of how you and I are a little bit. Is we've got we're capable. I would say as a company, our style is more that modern farmhouse kind of vibe, but we're very capable of. And we've demonstrated the eclecticism.
Is that a word?
Ooh, that's a big one. I've got a really good score on my SATs. Vocabulary is key. So Connor, if you can, throw up a picture of the bathroom. This is a bathroom at a house that that's actually under contract. That went under contract not long ago. Yep, that's it. And so here's a before and after on that. Whoa. Now, mind you, all right, so look at that vanity right there on the left-hand side, okay? I don't know if you were here yet when we bought this house, but when we bought this house, it had like that. You see how that vanity slanted? That is, so the door is off-centered, and it eats into the vanity spacing, right? And so we had a very difficult challenge of finding a vanity that fit in the space, allowed the door to open, and didn't look janky. And so we obviously ripped the wallpaper out. I mean, but in the overall scheme of that flip, I mean, if that was your house, that is a project you could do in a weekend, maybe. That flooring goes down directly on top of the flooring that's there, okay? You level it out with float, and then off you go with your tile. Again, if you don't know how to tile, that's a Lowe's tile. It's a very inexpensive tile. It's a very popular tile. That's a Lowe's vanity with a matching Lowe's mirror and a Lowe's light fixture. If I'm being completely honest with you, everything there can be purchased for less than $1,000. And off you go. And so it's just a lot of hard work. You can't paint on top of wallpaper.
No.
You cannot paint.
I've done that. It's a disaster.
Are you listening? You cannot paint on top of wallpaper. It will not work out.
It's bad.
It's very bad. Wallpaper's bad, okay? Very few people will get that joke. But no, so that, and then Connor, show us the kitchen in the same house. There it is. So there is the kitchen. And so that is, we did so down that right side, and I think we have the video. We might play it if we run out of things to talk about, which is unlikely. But we took 1, 2, 3, 4. We took 5 walls out of that main area, and it's a humongous open area. And so we were able to put in a large island, rearrange the kitchen, add the dining space, and that's obviously not something you're going to do in a weekend. That's probably not something I would say do not do that on your own. For any reason, do not do that on your own.
Call us.
Call us, yeah. Yes. That'd be 256 buy sell. My mom chiming in, my biggest fan. Such pretty changes. I love it. I figured she would. I think I could smear doo-doo all over the island. And my mom would be like, my son did it. I love it. Come on, you're a mom. You know exactly how that is.
No, that's gross. It's gross. Potty jokes. Gross.
Potty jokes. Well... This is her first time being on the show, so she'll adjust. And then what was the other? I think we had a couple more. Do we have a video or images left? Do we have anything left?
I had those 4 pictures.
You had those 4 pictures. Did you have?
Speaking of trends, that island is huge. I mean,
that island is
such a difference.
That island is gigantic. It was actually an accident, if I'm being honest. And so the overhang traditionally is 12 inches, and we went 12 inches in 4 directions as opposed to just 12 inches front and back.
Which is fantastic. You have more prep
It
space,
worked out.
more seating space.
It worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. It's like Christmas every day. Whoa, hello.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
so
I've had those.
again, I mean, look, at the end of the day, there's a ton of this stuff that, one, she's really good at what she does. And two, we're really good at what we do. And so if you are looking for some work or a quote on some work, or you want to take that stimulus money and make an investment into your home, something that will return itself tenfold when it's time to sell that house. If you've not, again, if you're that guy like me who said, I'm going to rehab my house, and you've lived there for 5 years and you've not picked up a hammer,
Yes.
call us.
Call us.
Let us see what we can do. I mean, at the end of the day, what's the worst case? What's worse that can happen? You get a price you don't like and you say, I'm good. And we say, deuces. And so at the end of the day, I mean, again, this is something we enjoy. We're good at it. We have a lot of fun doing it. Leah, obviously, uber talented.
And you
so
can do small things. You don't have to. I think people think they get overwhelmed because they think, well, I want to change everything. You don't have to.
You're talking about pulling a Zach?
Yeah. You don't have to go big or go home. You can just start with your bathroom, or you can just start with even little projects, little baby steps. So makes a big difference.
And it does make a big difference. And so as we prepare to conclude our show today, let's talk through a couple of small changes with big impact. And I'll start with kind of what we've already talked about. I'll reiterate, hardware. Hardware.
Yes.
You can go to Lowe's, you can call us, you can go to Hardware Resources, there's 100 places you can go where you can get new cabinet hardware. That is not hard. That is a Black & Decker from Walmart drill, right? And a small drill bit, and you can put new hardware in, and it can change the whole look. When you change the hardware, however, you also need to change your fixtures. Your fixtures and your hardware typically need to be let's not say matchy, but they need to match. I mean, they need to match.
They need to coordinate.
That's right.
They need a cohesive.
We're not going to go with a brushed nickel and an oil rub bronze. Like, we're not going to go there. I mean, that's like, that's like wearing white after Labor Day or something. Isn't that? Did I nail that?
No.
No, I didn't know that. Is that out?
It's out.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I tried. 1991 call. They want their rules back.
Yes.
All right. What is your hit us with another small change, big impact?
Ooh, okay. Painting a room.
A room.
Yes. Paint color, wall color. Need again the big remodel, just brightening up the space. The entire house was brown, like
doo-doo.
Yeah, I guess so. Every inch, the countertops, the backsplash, the flooring, the wall, the paint color,
it was brown.
the entire just brightening it up with just a light. White's really huge, really popular right now, which is funny how things come back. Everything comes back, so don't get rid of your
bell bottoms and high-waisted jeans.
Yeah. Oh, the mom jeans.
Jeans.
But yes, just painting your room.
I'm hoping. You remember Jinkos?
I don't think so.
I'm
much older than
not
you.
much.
Like a whole lot older.
Probably not that much, but a few years. But Jinkos were the ones with like the 18-inch legs on the bottom.
Oh,
they were so big they covered up. And I always my mom would never. She was like, "You're not a hoodlum. You're not gonna. That's not you."
Yeah.
And so maybe those will come back, and then I'll actually be able to wear them.
I mean, they probably already have.
I don't know about that. They were pretty heinous.
Yeah.
If you remember Jinkos out there and you're listening or watching, and you're either on the podcast. Oh my goodness, there they are. Holy Maria.
Oh gosh.
Those are terrible. Mom, I take it back. I'm so sorry. I
miss
apologize.
that.
Santa Claus, if you're listening, I never meant to put those on my list. I am so sorry for ever thinking those were a thing.
That looks like a skirt.
Yeah, well, it's a jeans. Well, I mean, that's
jurt.
a pretty good
It can be
jurt.
a jurt.
So for those of you that are doing the whole
Dirt.
high-waisted bell-bottom thing, just think. Maybe they're like Jinkos. Maybe they're not. Time will tell. Time will be the test of all things fashion, and style. But when it comes to house renovations,
Back
however,
to what we were talking about.
don't be the Jinko guy, okay?
No.
Jinko is nickel, okay? Brush nickel. Don't be that guy. Let's go oil rub bronze. Let's get some gold mixed in. Let's get some matte black. Let's get some matte black. That's a big thing right now.
Yes.
You can buy, believe it or not, you can get a lot of that stuff at Lowe's. Used to, you had to, if you wanted a gold you can pick that up at the local store now. That used to be special order. It used to be reserved for those with budgets who were through the roof. That is no longer the case.
Absolutely.
Look, if you have $2,500 sitting around, you can do a huge amount of work.
Huge. You can do it with $250. But yes.
Let's not get carried away. $250.
Look,
I'm kidding.
for
I'm
little.
kidding. I'm kidding. Of course
The
you can
little
do.
stuff.
Yeah, you can buy a
Yeah,
lot of
little
hardware.
stuff.
You can buy a lot of paint.
Mm-hmm.
Look, here's the difference. The difference is with $2,500 you can hire somebody. With $250 you got to do it all yourself.
Yes.
And you're not going to get
sure.
the same amount either way. I mean, you can't stretch. We can't take $250 and turn it into $2,500 and vice
Right.
versa. So that's not what I'm saying. But
Right.
there's obviously a tremendous difference in. I think what happens is the difference is in like it's lipstick or it's actual change. Right. As the budget changes.
Yes.
And with $250, you're talking about lipstick. You're talking about we're probably not going to paint anything. We're probably gonna change light fixtures. If we single pendant kind of light fit, we're going to change fixtures in our sinks. I mean, look, you can go get a jacuzzi Duncan, which is the fixture we use almost exclusively for $69-$79. They're sharp. They're sharp. They're super. They're flat. Okay. They don't have a lot of.
It's very clean lines.
Yes.
Very
modern.
Minimal modern. Yes.
Modern, but not over the top modern. And so, I mean, again, if you have questions about like, I have some money set aside, or I just got my stimulus check, and I want to use it to make an investment in my home or whatever. Like, I don't care if you hire us or not, but call us because we can help you.
Absolutely.
We've paid a lot of stupid tax or tuition, however you want to look at it, to learn lots of lessons that we would love to pass on to you.
Yes, I have a whole document.
Documents on documents on documents stacked up of lessons. But
and I do consults. I can come in
for free.
Yes, and consults and just it can be for a lipstick thing or it can be for a big job, and just kind of helping. I think what everyone says to me is I don't know where to start, or I have all these ideas, I have all these things that I love, I don't know where to start, and that's where I can come in and say, just kind of bring it. I don't know. I'm using my hands a lot. I can see that. I
do the same thing.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But
that's why I like grab my arms.
Yeah, I'm just sitting like this. But yeah, just being able to bring all those ideas, all those pictures, all those little Pinterest boards into a cohesive little.
I think that's the key.
Here's what you can do.
I think if we're going to simplify this,
we can go small
and dumb this down as simple as possible. Leah can make your Pinterest board your reality. Boom.
That's right. Boom.
Drop the mic, walk off. Listen, it's been fun. Today is the first day of the coronavirus lockdown lifting, if you will. So we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to join you guys soon and start talking through kind of the results of this. I mean, we've talked coronavirus for 38 freaking days, and so it's good to not talk about it today. I'm not going to lie to you. I enjoy it very much. We didn't mention it once until the end, and that's simply just to set up another segment in saying that as we watch the trends, the numbers, the cases, the deaths, as we watch this thing go, what we're really going to find out is, was this really what we thought it was, or did this become a political power grab very quickly? I don't know the answer. I think we did what we had to do when we had to do it because we didn't understand. Now that we do, I hope that we start to make really good decisions as a state and as a country, and I pray for our local leaders because I would not want to be in those shoes. Above my pay grade. As always, folks, Hometown Heartbeat can be found on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you get your podcasts. Search Hometown Heartbeat with Zach Walker. This episode will be uploaded later today. In case you missed it, you want to listen back. If you are listening to the podcast, send us an email. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Leah, thank you so much. We're going to do a little design segment maybe once every so often and get in here and show some pretty pictures. But guys, we love you. Connor, thank you, buddy. As always, take it away.